landing these can be a little complicated pre-Yule Scepter if they don't have it on like Lina or on Lash. The Tusk has to be the one that just gets the charge going. Landing a Lina stun, landing a Lash stun on some of these heroes can be very difficult. Ember, Slark. But if they do get a setup initially, they should overall have damage.
All right, well,
let's see
find
if they can do
out.
it.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of Into the Breach versus Team Bold Reborn. Into the Breach having a very, very quick victory. 28 minutes in, getting that 30-11 win in Game 1. See if they can do it again, or Team Bold Reborn's going to be able to give them a bit more trouble this time.
Yeah, let's see if they can handle the fast-paced draft that Into the Breach has also gone for. No ulti reliance on this lineup. Gork.
Oh!
He's got to be careful.
Going to try and lead in here with a rebound. So a quick cookie to try and separate Gork from the chase down of Into the Breach.
No luck.
Should be able to stay on top of him, and indeed Jibbe manages to finish him off with the Soul Assumption. First blood for Jibbe.
So much damage between this. Even 5 sticks for how many people? 5 sticks for Jibbe, 5 sticks for Ari, 5 sticks for Otaker, 4 sticks for Kadaro. All right, so they get the first blood, and they're going to be good on the mana in the lane. Looking for another one too, still lingering in the area. All right, let's see.
The battle begins.
Of course, last game, Otaker did have a pretty free time in his lane. I mean,
he did.
As you say, considering the matchups, you feel there's definitely potential that he'll be feeling a bit more heat this game too.
He should be feeling a lot more heat. Last one, they literally just shoved the wave out constantly, and this Marcy couldn't really do anything with the Hoodwink. This one, Pablo should be able to dish out way more harassment. Let's see how this mid matchup goes. Excalibur should do quite well versus Supreme. But to Supreme with the Flame Guard, should be able to hold his own. Okay.
Now, will we see Excalibur go a specific way with the skill build because of this this matchup that he's in?
Kadaro.
He's on
very
top of
far
him.
Up.
The Fairy Fire.
He'll be okay.
Stick charges will keep him safe.
Sorry, I got distracted. I didn't hear what you were saying. I'm sorry about that.
As a mid lane, Excalibur, playing against an Ember Spirit, do you go sort of a certain way with the build as Lesh to punish this melee hero?
As far as I've seen, most people still just do the same stuff. You go like 1, 0, 2 sometimes, and then you just max Edict because you want to be able to have the push early. But maybe he does switch things up because he wants to break Flame Guard. Not sure.
Yeah.
Shall see.
Top lane.
They've got so many stick charges. Another nuke. Not going to connect Jibbe now. Maybe in an awkward position. These side lanes have so much kill threat. I'm just like swinging my camera back and forth between the two of them. Taker's just constantly He's constantly put like 200 HP from the right clicks from Lina. But so far, he is CSing very well. Zip Zapper, he's got 3, but he's got a full creep wave under his tower, so should be able to catch up to like 7.
I'm looking at the build already. I mean, would you imagine, is this sort of the just becoming the exclusive way to play Slark, the Mage Slayer into Ags?
I think since you're playing versus Lash, absolutely. Yep. Like
this
Lash and Bristle and stuff like that, yeah, it's too good. You're reducing their damage, you're getting mana regen, you're getting pretty much everything you want on the hero. And you're countering the counters of yourself, which is the Lash. So you've seen all throughout history versus the Slark. So far, Supreme holding his own nicely. Can't quite break that Flame Guard, as we said.
Incredibly even on the CS here between the two of them.
Yeah, dead even.
Dead even.
Up top. Gork.
Trying to get aggressive on Gorg. And again with the rebound, but he has stick charges. Same to be said for Ari, and a follow-up Soul Assumption will take Gorg down. He'll get his courier as well.
This is the scary lane that we have to watch out for. Ari, whenever him and Jibbe are able to take control of pacing of the game early, it usually proves to be pretty excellent for Into the Breach. And so far, so good. Bristle, 13 CS, and they kill him. Visage having a phenomenal time. You always have mana. That's the thing. In this matchup, you always will have mana for the Soul Assumptions because of those constant cool spams. Taker doing a little better than I actually thought that he was going to do. I thought he'd be under a bit more pressure. Still being slowed down a tiny bit, but not as much as the Bristleback is. And Excalibur did put the second point in stun at the least for now.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe 2-0-2 and then 4 points Edict. Of course, having ult at 6, but... All right, level 3s have come out. This is usually where those power spikes do happen, at least in some of these side lanes. Up top, Ari.
Yeah, they're going to go for him straight away. Gorg. And on top of him, the damage to take him out. On turn towards Jibe, but uninterested in diving the 0-1. And getting themselves the first kill on the board, Team Bold. That play top.
Kadaro is actually just left bottom lane. I think maybe he's thinking he can't actually help Taker. He's just like jungling. Maybe like stealing potential of like this jungle farm from Bristle too at some point. Also probably wanted to scout if they were gonna maybe start getting some stacks going, but it is very early. That was an interesting move. Closest hard camp, I guess, to him to get the level 3. But yeah, look at Taker. Now it's starting to be that struggle for him. Lina has hit level 3, so Pablo does have the fiery soul stacks that are constantly going to be up.
I mean, just look at this damage they're able to trade. Taker. He's got the stick charges, but he's still really pushing his hero to the limit. He'll jump away nuke just in time.
Pablo might just turn on Kadaro. You see these right clicks, the fiery soul, it's maxed up.
The shards. And the last right click, the salve will save him.
But look at how low these two are.
They're playing it well here.
He reaches. Oh, he might Kadaro. He might get him.
Is he going to still get him? He's got the stun. Frostbite. He's not going to quite be able to get in the diving under the tower here. Zip Zapper trying to help finish them off as Taker will fall. Team Bold Reborn, this bottom duo, it's working out. It's working very nicely.
They're pushing the limits, really. Pablo especially, he's still looking for Kadaro. Kadaro only lives because of Raindrop. They're still hunting for him.
They might still find him.
Now the Slark's gonna... Slark's respawning. Now they don't want to give up any feed kills to that. It's lane.
So if we can catch Excalibur. A lot of damage coming out from him. He's actually going to be the one to take out the kill.
And that means he's going to get the rune, maybe, too.
He is? Yes,
Oh. What?
I guess he was concerned about him swinging in with the remnant.
Thing? The slight steal or the remnant steal, but okay. Whoops. Zip Zapper bottom. This time they'll get him.
You never felt more shit, did you?
Jibe left alone for a moment. They do have the early point in Goo, so they should have enough to run him down.
All right, well, there we go. So far, you know, definitely in these first 6 minutes, this game, it's not going to quickly fall as one-sided as Game 1 did at all. A very, very close start this time round.
Yeah, Gork having a much better start. I really like the fact that he put the point in the Viscous Nasal Goo. Sometimes you see people not do it, but when he's versus Vis, it's such a slow hero.
And bottom lane, they've killed Taker. Excalibur comes in to offer up the extra firepower. They take him out of the lane again.
This is going to be a tough recovery for Slark and a tough game overall, as we did say, versus the Lesh. He's already just countered. Team Bald looking good in this one in the lanes. The 4-position Lina is working out at the moment.
It really isn't something that, you know, from the way they were drafting, the way they were banning into the breach, we're not expecting to see.
No. We 5% expected it. It's Pablo sitting near mid. Just wanting to soak that XP. Excalibur did put the 3rd point in Lightning, so it doesn't actually have the 2nd point in Edict for good tower push, so can't actually pressure this tower too hard down here. It looks like Pablo is going to start getting some stacks ready for Gork to enable that Bristle to get good timing. The breach, I don't know if they want to give up this tower this early. Might have to make heavy rotations. They'll have a haste on Supreme. So they definitely look to fight down there. Yeah, he's pinging it.
As TP's coming in for Team Bold, though.
He's running through double ward vision, so they're 100% sure this Ember is coming down here.
And with that in mind, Team Bold, they won't give the chance for Supreme to get the jump on them.
Nope. Now they might even try to re-go. There is
now
vision,
that they've seen him back away,
The vision is here, though, on the side that was placed earlier. But Taker has to be incredibly careful. And during this Gork, he's under no threat with the move that they're making. They're forcing this reaction. Great move from Team Bald so far. But here comes the Ember. It's through a TP.
Let's see what they can do to punish this push for Team Bald. Jump forward, get the chains onto the two of them. Further TP's coming into play. Zip Zapper heads up with the snowball, the punch up. Not enough to take down Ari. Zip Zapper, he'll get left behind. As the rest of Team Bald Reborn, they'll work on the retreat.
Kind of gives his life for his team there, just snowballing, incredibly aggressive. 5 heroes, though, brought down from Into the Breach. They're going to have to start moving things around so they don't get out-resourced. Taker goes top. That's a better lane for him to be in.
There's still no threat for Gorg right now. Very, very safe and comfortable in this top area of the map. He's going to have a much easier time getting the farm this game in comparison to the struggle that he had in game 1.
Yeah, he not only has stacks being prepped, but he also has a team that's able to apply pressure this time around, unlike last time. The Familiars,
they're going to get
both cleaned up. 200.
That was the resummon.
It was. They got to ditch this tower full.
100 seconds, no Familiars.
I wonder if they know that was a resummon too, because they could look to play pretty aggressive off of that. They're swinging toward mid. Might look to collapse on this rune.
They get the opening stun. They get the light strike. Into the split up. They got enough damage. Not quite. Well, it was close. Very close there.
If Pablo is 6, it's a kill, but not quite there for the Laguna just yet, because he did get that death earlier. Seeing stacks being prepped, though, also on the side of Into the Breach. Kadaro, he's been getting those ready. But they don't have a hero like Bristle to clear these out.
No,
they actually don't have it at all. They might have to use like the ult from CM to maybe clear it.
I think they might.
I think they actually are. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, they don't have anyone to kill this. This is their best option.
And even at that, it's not going to be too quick at taking them down.
Not bad.
I guess you're right, yeah. That ult is pretty insane.
Yep.
There we go. Throughout the whole duration.
Acquires the team some neutral items, too, that they were lacking. Little Seeds of Serenity for Taker to heal up. I was looking, I'm like, he was about to triple stack, and I was like, wait, who the hell is going to clear the triple? It's going to get stolen. So good on him. And he does go for that clear. And yeah, looking at the other side, we do see that massive stack that's ready for Gork. Mid tower.
Coming in with the TPs, they want to try and get something out of this. Supreme, he'll still be able to step in, get the last hit on the tower.
Yeah, they were a little late on the attempt for the defense. Maybe now they can attempt if Supreme's not careful. He's careful. Supreme.
See Ari getting him very aggressive here, but the cookie from Bang and keeps Zip Zapper safe.
He's trying to do as much as possible with the sidekick and these slight spams to push them back. He's keeping them low. Pablo runs into Ari, doesn't have enough damage. But they have to, they have to have 4 or 5 heroes here on the side of Team Bald. Have to protect this ancient area. Nice shards.
The shards into the kisses. It's going to be a very dead Crystal Maiden. Of course, Supreme did have the Remnant ready to jump back.
But he doesn't get the rune now because of them trying to get that aggression in. Excalibur's actually the one able to take it away. 3 points in Edict. And Bristle's able to finish up his stacks.
Gorg's getting massive.
Taker slowly is recovering, though. Pretty close to that Lesh net worth. Not too bad after a very rough laning phase. And they'll actually just fill Supreme's bottle because he didn't get the rune. Okay. They want to keep him on map. They want to keep looking to be aggressive. Match the movements of Team Bald at the moment. Ari's still level 5. Something you don't see too often.
I'll take that.
Oh, those, okay. Triple bounty rune picked up from Taker in the Dire jungle. It's fortunate. The Breach will take that. They need all the gold they can get after that little bit of a tough laning start. And things are almost equaled out now, actually.
Taker, as you said, just having a very nice recovery ever since he made the move to play the top half.
Nice try, Supreme. Let's get some nice chains coming in. Hey, he's getting all the space to recover, though, which is pretty huge. Team Bald. How are they going to look to continue this pressure?
I mean, and how much do they need to? You know, are either of these lineups on a bit of a timer?
I mean, Team Bald can definitely run into some issues if they do get too big on the Slark and Ember, where the Lash just doesn't do anything because of Mage Slayer. So I'd say, yeah, Team Bald probably wants to accelerate things a little bit. They want to just have a bigger advantage going into like mid-game team fights versus Slark, because they do have those hero counters. They just, you know, have to utilize them early until the Slark gets too big for it to matter, because the Mage Slayer is going to cause big problems for Leshrac. Again.
Supreme. Looking tempted to look for a play. Has an Arcane Rune here.
Uh-oh. Supreme.
Yeah, he's just gets blown up. He got baited in there. I mean, he sort of baited himself in, wanting to push forward with the Arcane Rune popped. And Team Bald, they just turn and kill him.
They'll take that. Now they can do that acceleration that we're looking for. Straight to mid. It's going to die quick with Edict, too. They're going to pop the glyph. That is the tier 2 glyph, though.
Yeah, so they'll stick around.
If they can go fast in the next 5 minutes, they could even emphasize for a tier 2 without that glyph available.
I mean, that was just straight up lack of respect for the amount of control that Team Bald do have there from Supreme. Ari's also going to get found beyond the tower. I mean, Jibbe, he steps up, he gets caught in the cookie. Light Strike Array will miss. They'll continue to try and run him down. He'll use the resummon to hold back the entirety of Team Bald. As Team Bald, they're starting to look for the kills. And they're not finding kills, but they are finding the familiars. Both familiars taken down. Again, another period where there'll be 2 minutes without any familiars for Jibbe.
Yeah, huge moves. I mean, they showed their face into the breach. They just tried to walk up versus this Team Bald massive burst lineup. But look at their heroes. It's max shards, max dragons, like almost max dragon slave stun, nukes. Everyone has heavy burst.
And now in the mid, Supreme. Oh.
No respect being given.
I mean, absolutely not. He goes for that play on Team Bald Reborn's half of the map, and then as soon as he's back up, he just goes straight to farm the mid wave. Team Bald's still there. That's 2 times back-to-back. The Supreme's taken down in less than a minute. More so, it's sort of in a matter of seconds, dying twice.
Those are big deaths back-to-back. Now they have the lens on Lina. I mean, they have easier ways to set up any of these stuns potentially too. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is not going to be smooth sailing at all for Into the Breach in this game. Too far from it, in fact. They're down 3K.
Excalibur, very far, but there is no familiars, so they can't actually punish him. Yeah, this is going to be quite a tough showing for Otaker to recover. When he's playing versus the counter, as we mentioned, of course, a million times, versus the Lesh, and his Ember now did kind of just give away 2 big kills. That pretty much is going to guarantee, Gork's going to have the Aghanims done. And now they're going to likely be able to force more objectives around the map, forcing Roche, forcing tier 2s, etc. on Team Bald.
Yeah, I mean, and other than the Slark, obviously being able to build up essence shift stacks, hitting the Bristle, there's not really the best options in terms of dealing with the farm Bristle, right? When you look at Into the Breach's heroes. They do not kill a farm Bristle back easily at all.
No, they'll have to wait until the Slark, maybe the next item, right? The Aghanims and then like a Silver Edge, something along those lines.
That's going to take time.
It's going to take quite a bit of time. And that's all the space in the world for Team Bald to dominate the map, get Roche, and look to keep pressing forward that advantage. So yeah, very good start.
Into the Breach looking much rustier than they did in Game 1. Game 1 looked very, very tidy, but here, Team Bald able to break them down.
Look at top
now
again,
having control of the game here. 3K lead, 10-5.
They saw him use Dark Pact. It's back up now. Can't get him. But Otaker is farming very well. He actually is about to have Aghanims himself too.
The group up from Team Bald though at this point just seems very, very strong.
Yeah,
you know, they kind of go around as a team. Now this sort of dynamic that we saw do so well for them against Alliance, where they just got to this point where they were just very, very good at playing around one another. And when they have this lead in any sort of five-man situations that they can bring, it's kind of difficult for Into the Breach to punish. They don't really have the best sort of team fight to deal with Team Bold when Team Bold is grouped up and ready to go like this?
No, they're all about just speed with their draft at the moment on the side of Into the Breach. They have a CM ult, but that's kind of their biggest one.
That's kind of it, yeah. See around the pit. Oh, he's going to look to jump in. Now, here's the CM ult. It's a big one, but the snowball's there, and they'll be able to take Kadara down. Zip Zapper does get used by the Soul Assumption. Supreme will be able to chase down and finish off Excalibur. So they can find more here into the breach. They can. Bengen gets caught. That's the sort of damage they need there. Freezing field from the side. Supreme coming in with a DD rune. That will hurt there for Team Bold. They'll lose the opportunity for Roshan as Into the Breach will grab it. Aegis into the hands of Otaka.
That's huge comeback here as Pablo can't get out. The DD slight finishes him too. Exactly what Into the Breach needed to come back. I mean, Kadaro salvaged the game completely. Literally has his shard. I don't think they expected a CM to be moving at that point with his ulti, but gets pretty damn good connection with the explosions.
Yeah, the one big team fight ult that you mentioned that can really hurt Team Bold when they're holding each other's hands around the Roshan pit. And it certainly did there.
He just waltzed in as well, too. It was the funniest looking thing I've seen, honestly, from a CM in a while. Just walked kind of past the pit and then just started ulting. That hurts a lot. When you are the team, it does feel like you're on a little bit of a timer. You're now giving this Aegis away to the Slark, who's completely recovered.
Top net worth.
And also at Ember, very close to BKB, so should be a lot safer in these upcoming fights also versus the Chain Lockdown. That was a big blunder.
Ready to go for more Into the Breach. Supreme has a haste.
Taker's just in.
I guess the jump over towards Pablo. Snowball. Well, there's a little bit of safety, but still, there's so many of Into the Breach here surrounding them. The kisses will start to come in from the side, but Team Bolt, they've lost Zip Zapper, they've lost Pablo.
Into the Breach. They found their timing, and they're hitting hard. With this Slark now, he's just super confident to jump in. Doesn't feel any risk, even versus the Leshrac, because he is tanky. Ari, he's on the hunt. He's also getting close to BKB on this Marcy. Looking at the farm of Zip Zapper, he is pretty much a support now on this Tusk.
Oh, and they get the jump. Now to try and get on top of Gorg. We'll see if they can kill him.
Excalibur?
Some fun at tier 3. So Taker trying to come in to take out Excalibur, but they haven't quite got the damage. Excalibur will be fine. Supreme backs out with a Remnant. See Gorg look to try and chase them down. So what's Jibbe? The Familiars will momentarily hold Gorg back. Gives enough space for Jibbe to break away from this. See Zip Zapper. Has managed to get the catch on a Kadara to the side, and with the trap of the shards, there's nowhere for Kadara to run. Team Bolt will be able to push back into the breach, taking 2 kills.
This time again into the breach. Perhaps a little bit of that disrespect that we saw from earlier, diving into the tier 3s. Bit over-aggressive, they get punished. Double 4-steps we see from the 2 supports on the side of Team Bald. Definitely appropriate versus the Slark, trying to find a solution to deal with him pouncing in other heroes. They need the BKB though, especially for Excalibur, so he can actually hold his ground and feel like he's able to counteract the Slark. So Taker's starting to get too much momentum. And in the breach, they know. They're still looking to be confident. Maybe not dive onto tier 3s again this time around, but they're feeling their strength.
Smoke time. Ready to try and get a catch here around the mid. Taker looking for the angle. Will be able to find it with the second pounce. Quick force to the side there, Bengen. See if he can break himself away from this. He can't. Slight change comes in from a distance from Supreme.
Pablo tried to get the 4-step, but actually pushes Bengen into them because he turned for a sec. Into the breach. Still with this Aegis, just really pushing the advantage with it. DD in the bottle of Supreme too. And they're even starting to deny the farm of the Ancient area from the Bristleback. Gork unable to step forward. Okay, BKB done for Zip Zapper, so he can at least be that one to lead the charge a little bit better, but significant damage in these last few moments from Into the Breach. All right, they're smoked.
This will be at a moment where the Aegis is still there, but of course they know that Otaker's left for the top lane.
I think they have the BKB coming out on the courier for Lash too, so they do have a little bit of a timing with double BKBs.
Radiant are scanning.
Into the breach, grouped up here around their own tier 2. They'll come out with a smoke themselves. Taker leading the way. You'll know that they can see him. He's going to pounce straight up to the high ground. Looks to get in on top of Excalibur. Excalibur trying to get away here from the Slark. The staying on top of him. The BKB gets delivered. Excalibur continues to run, but he gets finished off by the Sleight of Fist. As he goes down, Pablo gets jumped as well by Oteka. It's 2 dead on Team Bold. Make that 3 as Oteka will find Bengen. Ari chasing down more as Gorg will be able to escape. Zip Zapper might not quite be as fortunate. He has got BKB ready to pop, but he'll use it here. Snowball over towards the side. That'll actually get him out to safety for now.
Nice
Gets
shards.
over towards Ari, will get the kill, and Zip Zapper will manage to walk out alive.
Ooh, but seeing the Slark, they didn't even get the Aegis popped. He just full commits, finds the Lash, sticks on him. And the BKB, it actually delivered when I believe Excalibur was already 30% HP.
Yeah,
I don't think it would have saved him anyway, but either way, he's the one who gets caught. Probably the worst hero that could get snagged on first for Team Bald.
Yeah, good target priority from Oteka in these fights.
Yeah, and Supreme with the DD to finish it up.
Building up these stacks, so take up out to 10 permanent on the Essence shift. He's having a very, very good time. Again, as you said, after what was not an easy lane for him. He's heavily pressured, died a couple of times down there against the dual lane of Team Bold Reborn. But now at this point, starting to look to take over the game already.
Yeah, and he's looking like he's like, I don't even actually need the Silver Edge for Bristle. We have ways to probably counteract him. I'm just going to go Scotty versus these BKBs to chase versus the Lesh. It's going to be really nice. And yeah, Ari, as we mentioned, he's also getting close to his BKB, and he's level 12, so a secondary carry from that 4 position too. Team Bald have to get stuff together. They have to get a winning fight in these next few moments, or it feels like it's just going to completely fall out of any chances for them.
With the Aegis gone, maybe Team Bold will try and make another play into the breach. They have BKB on Gorg.
Yeah, the triple BKB that I got a hit before Scotty on Slark. It's getting close for Otaker. See if they can kill somebody before the fight begins. There is the shard on Visage.
Jibe.
He's scouting. He seems to know.
He's playing very cautiously.
Oh.
Won't be able to find the Visage.
Nicely done from Jibe. Very good map awareness.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now they see the BKB, so they know. They're like, okay, triple BKB is online. Finish up the item, Otaker. Before this next fight, he's 18 now, so is Supreme. Supreme's also, I mean, they're going to get 2 really big item times. The Ags on the Ember and the full Scotty on the Slark will be coming out in just a few moments. And, I mean, it might also synergize with the Ari BKB too, so. Team Bald, that next fight, looking pretty difficult if they do get those timings under the breach.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Have to somehow catch, I don't know, catch this Ember pre-BKB, kill him so they at least have that taken out. The Supreme is going to cause a lot of problems onto the 2 supports.
Still looking for Jibe.
Okay. It's deep if they dive for this,
yeah,
though.
they're hesitant to get behind this tier 2.
Let's see.
They're going to try.
He can just stone form.
Remember the initial stun. The stone form there before the Light Strike Array connects. Supreme will go straight over towards Pablo. We'll be able to cookie him to the side, avoid the initial burst of the Remnants. Pablo tries to turn, finally goes down though. And now the rest of Into the Breach are ready to move in. Getting on top of Gorg, Snowball buys a bit of safety. Good Kiss is coming in from the side, fire it over the way towards Otaker, as Otaker will have to back off for now. See Supreme still continue to try and poke back in on this. We'll get the chains off onto Zip Zapper.
Gorg.
They're ready to collapse back in on them into the breach. This is a double kill for Supreme. Team Bold having to retreat. Gorg gets left behind. Triple kill for Supreme.
Oh, I'm surprised they go for this play, I gotta be honest. It
was a huge risk.
Visage. Like the snowball, it's very slow. He has so much time to just click the Gravekeepers, and they have more than enough time to just get in there. Team Bald, the retreat, it started to look kind of okay because of those kisses, but then quickly into the breach get on top of them. Even Ari able to pop off there with the BKB, sticking on some targets. And yeah, I think Supreme is doing exactly what he needs to do this game. As soon as he sees that Lina, as soon as he sees these 2 squishy supports, he just jumps right into their face. And another DD given for Supreme as well to reward him.
Radiant's top tower is under
And that was even before the Scotty at least was done, so. likely going to look to be even more difficult in the upcoming fight.
Absolutely, yeah. Once Otake gets on top of you, it's going to be a real nightmare to escape the chase of this Slark.
Oh, and Rush. It's on the menu. Who doesn't have the shard? I guess the Marcy at this point. Ember just bought it. A little bit of maybe a slip up there from Supreme, but whatever. At least I'm seeing cores buy their shards, which makes me happy rather than being greedy.
Team Bolt, they're starting to head over towards this area, but not going to be able to get here in time.
These upcoming fights just look so damn difficult with these timings. Supreme, DD, they're ready to go.
I mean, they're ready to try and catch it. There's the jump forward. Otaker is already in onto Bangam. Bangam will fall. And they could go for more. Arik in with the jump, catches Gorg. Gorg pops the BKB. Same to be said for Excalibur. They'll try and run.
They can't.
They're focusing down Excalibur. Snowball will come out. It's going to buy a little longer for Excalibur, but as the snowball comes to an end, Excalibur goes down. They're ready to dive here, up past the tier 3s, and Team Bolt, GG. They'll tap out. GG is called into the breach. Will take this series 2-0, knocking Team Bolt out of the runnings here in the qualifiers.
Could definitely see the separation of team understanding and just overall team aspect for sure this one. Team Bolt, a very good early game this time around.
Yeah, much better this time.
Things quickly faltered. Into the breach, they understand how to play around this timing kind of thing. They see these triple BKBs, they kind of kite things out, and they just wait for the recovery, right? The Slark, after that tough lane, he does not come into a fight until he feels comfortable, until he has Mage Slayer +1.
Yeah.
And then,
no.
yeah, they get that Roche.